Hello crafty friends, it's Elisa from Paisley Papyrus. Today we're going to make a fun card using the Artfully Layered stamp set along with the matching die that goes with it, and then we are also going to use the Artfully Composed patterned designer series paper. I'm used to calling it pattern paper. So it looks like this. That's the side A, and then it's polka dots on the back, which I think is being great for scrapbooking. And then there's another one and another one. And the back side of that one is this lovely peach, and then the same one. Oh no, this is a different pattern. The back side is the green. We're using that today. And then the back side of this is a calypso coral, and then the back side of this I think is an olive green. I think that looks old olive, but I think the package says it's just got pear pizzazz in it, but evening evergreen, pear pizzazz, and then they say that this is mint macaron, but I think this blends very nicely with hold on, what's the color? Bermuda Bay. Brain freeze. Okay, so that's the paper, and if you are interested in this, it all goes away at the end of June. It is in the January to June mini catalog. So let's get out our paper and I will show you the measurements that you need. You need a piece of designer series paper that's cut to 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. So that's this one down here, 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. And then the layer behind it will be 2 7/8 by 3 3/8. Then you have this one up here, and the designer series paper is 2 by 5, and the layer behind it is 2 1/8 by 5 1/8. And then a card base. This one is evening evergreen. Okay, so let me move that aside. So our first order of business is going to be to adhere these together. So I'm going to take my seal and run just a little bit of glue at the top, the bottom, and the middle. You don't need that much glue. A little dab will do you. Glue, paper sticks to paper pretty easily. I am just tripping all over my tongue today. I do not know what's wrong with me. And here we're going to do a little bit more on the back of this guy. And then we are going to take him and put him over here on the left-hand side of our card. Okay, just go ahead and adhere him down nice and soundly. And then we'll take the smaller designer series paper. This color on the back is pale papaya. If I can get my seal running, that would be super. Okay, and then we'll go here and here. And then we'll flip this over and we'll put him right there. All right. Then we are going to take, more seal on the back and put him right there. We're going to move him kind of up towards the top. Now I have used, actually let me get me a scrap piece of white paper. This is our basic white. I'm going to move the card off to the side, and I'm going to bring in our Stamparatus. Now if you have a hard time gripping blocks, and I'm starting to get to that point, you might want to consider a Stamparatus. This is great because it helps you to stamp your images and get a nice crisp stamp, so that if you don't get it exactly perfect the first time, you can go back and redo it. And I bet you I will not get it right the first time, so that I can go back and show you. Okay, so also handy is you can pick up one of these little presses somewhere. I got mine at a scrapbook expo, but there you go. See, it didn't press quite perfectly right there in the middle. So let's do it again. And because it's stuck in the same place, it is not going to move. It's going to go exactly over it. I'm going to give it a nice firm press right here in the center where I missed it, and lift it up, and voila. He is a perfect stamped image of our leaves. So let me set that aside. Now, through the magic of television, I have already gone ahead and cut him out. Cut him out using a die from the matching die set. Okay, so I just did it like that and ran it through my die cutting machine. So there's that, so you don't have to wait for that. Then I used this die and ran my pear pizzazz through, so it looks like that, and then we ended up with that. And then I used this big die from the die set and ran it through with evening evergreen, and we got that guy. Okay, let me close up this stamp set before I make a mess. Now my design here is going to be with this guy. See, I made a mistake on the back. We're going to add a little bit of glue because I like glue. And we're going to put him right here. And then we're going to take this guy, because he's so delicate, we're going to put just a little bit right down here, because that's going to be covered by a bow in a second. And then we're going to put a little bit up the middle, and then we're going to let the rest of them float. They'll be fine. See, a tiny bit of glue. You don't need so much that it flies out the side as soon as you press it down. So he's going to go right there, press him down, and see, paper sticks to paper very easily. All right, we're going to do the same thing with this die cut. Just a dab will do ya. Kind of right up the middle without, and I'm not really squeezing very much. I'm just, a little bit is coming out nice and easily for me. So then we're going to take him and we're going to push him right there. See how all three stems match up right here at the bottom? I did that on purpose so that we can pull out one of my baker's twines and tie a little bow. This is the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and it comes with 5 colors of baker's twine. We have Berry Vanilla. I think this is, what's this called? It's Crumb Cake, and then Basic Gray, Black, and White. Okay, so let's see if I can find my end. I haven't used him yet. Uh-oh, that's not going to work out well for me, is it? Is he at this end? Is this, there he is. That's my piece. Well, that's going to be a bummer. All right, so while he's still attached, one thing I've learned about baker's twine is to hold it up in the air and pull it down to let all those like wrappings come out a little bit easier. And then you will take him by the end here, and I'm going to take a little bunny ear, wrap it around my finger, and pull that other side through, just like so. And then I'm going to hold right there. I'm pinching at the center where they meet, and I'm going to pull this guy back down and this guy back down. Actually, he doesn't really need to come down. And I'm going to straighten this guy up, and this is going to sound really weird, but this is how I do it. I grab those bunny ears with my fingers, and then I take my pinky and my index, or my pinky and my ring finger, and I pull tight. I hold the tails and I pull super tight. That's how I get my bows. I'm going to pull this guy back just a little bit, and there you go. I have a sweet little baker's twine bow. Then we will take him. Now this card isn't going to have a sentiment on it, so it can be sort of for any occasion. I have several graduations coming up in the next few weeks, and so I will probably be sending this off to a graduate. So I'm going to take, a lot of people like glue dots. I do not like glue dots because I don't think that they hold my ribbon long enough. Maybe it's just me, but I don't like the glue dots. He wanted to stick to my finger instead of the glue. So then I will put him down just like so, and he will eventually stay there. And if he's not staying there and he's not laying down just the way you want to, I just take a block and set it right on top. And in about 30 seconds, maybe a minute, it'll be dry enough that it'll stay in place for you. So if you like cards like this that are nice and simple and easy to put together, that you can apply to a wide variety of cards, I hope that you will like and subscribe this video, and in fact leave me a comment if you think I need to add a sentiment. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day. Bye.